Good evening. Lá Éile Pádraig Honadíomh. This is a St. Patrick's Day like no other, a day that none of us will ever forget. Today's children will tell their own children and grandchildren about the national holiday in 2020 that had no parties, no parades, but instead saw everyone staying at home to protect each other. In years to come, let them say of us, when things were at their worst, we were at our best. We're in the middle of a global and national emergency, a pandemic, the likes of which none of us has seen before. Many of you want to know when this will be over. The truth is, we just don't know yet. This emergency is likely to go on well beyond March 29th. It could go on for months into the summer, so we need to be sensible in the approaches we take. It may mean adjusted opening hours, staggering breaks, phone calls and video conferences rather than meetings, and if possible, working from home. It will mean avoiding unnecessary journeys, shopping online from local businesses, and getting things delivered rather than physically going to the premises. In short, we're asking people to come together as a nation by staying apart from each other. This is the calm before the storm, before the surge. And when it comes, and it will come, never will so many ask so much of so few.
Government has decided that the evidence of a potentially grave situation arising in the weeks ahead is now too strong. Therefore, for a period of 6 weeks from midnight on Wednesday night, the entire country will move to level 5 of the framework for living with COVID-19.
Under the restrictions, schools will remain open and construction work will continue, but all non-essential retail outlets are to be closed, while pubs and restaurants will only be allowed to provide a takeaway service.
Nothing like this has ever happened before. While COVID-19 may have felt surreal at times, the economic impact will be very real indeed. This latest ESRI report says it's expecting the impact to be much more extreme than it previously thought.
Good evening. All across Europe and much of the rest of the world, COVID-19 infections are on the rise. I want to speak to you tonight about our country's ongoing battle against the virus. About where 2020 has been a hard year, and we're not through it yet. So while we have slowed the spread of the virus, this has not been enough, and further action is now required. Everyone in the country has been asked to stay at home, with exercise permitted within a 5-kilometre radius of your home. But if we all pull together and follow the spirit of these new rules, it will be a very special time and will give us all some respite from the hardship of the last 7 months. We must persevere and we must be resilient. We all know from our life experiences that this is easier said than done. But we as a people are much stronger than we realise. We are more resilient than we can imagine. These are the toughest of times, but the Irish people will persevere and we will come through this together. Mar a deireadh an seanachal, ar scá a chéile a bharan na daoine, go raibh míle maith agaibh go léir.